responding.
Good job, I'm better at counting than I am at Twitter.
100 breaststroke SB11. Could be another gold medal for Spain. Israel Oliver in the fast lane, lane 4. For the SB11 class, swimmers with no vision will be wearing blacked out goggles, and this is always an interesting one, Liz, the S11 class.
Yeah, there's so much more involved than just getting in and swimming the 100 meters. They really need to get a good line and a good direction, because sometimes they can end up swimming a couple of meters over their 100 meters distance.
Yeah, the line from the dive, very important. These swimmers, incredible skills there. Nika Tavalari's coach from Georgia, signalling there. He's out in lane number 1. I mean, he's going to be first. Well, I don't know. It's all wide open. It could be wide open in this one. Two favourites though in the middle. There's Nika Tavalari, Georgian swimmer. Many Georgian swimmers are here at these championships. Lithuania haven't won a European Championship medal for a few years now. Divalaitis in lane 2. Johannes Weinberg had a great swim in the heats. 16-year-old German. Israel Oliver will be the favourite. Silver medal at the last 2 European Championships. Viktor Smyrnov, experienced Ukrainian, 4 times a Paralympian. Federico Bassani, can he continue the good run of the Italian team? And Mikhailo Serbin, the 14-year-old from Ukraine, in lane 7. And Gudfinar Karlsson from Iceland, he goes right there in lane number 8, completing this lineup. It's the SB11 class. The swimmers with no vision at all. As you said, Liz Johnson, very important that the dive for these SB11 swimmers is straight. Don't want to be going right into the lane rope in the early stages here.
Yeah, and best start there coming from the young German, Weinberg in lane 3. We saw this in the heats. He kept the 2 more experienced centre lane swimmers company, and he seems to be doing the same again.
There's a little bit of a zigzag for the German there. He hit the lane rope on the left-hand side there and also went across to the right. He's now hugging that lane rope, the German swimmer. Really powerful, the young man, Weinberg. He's behind the leading 2, though, Viktor Smyrnov and Israel Oliver. We saw the contrast in their strokes this morning. Viktor Smyrnov will dive into the wall. He'll be tapped on at the head or the back, and the swimmers go over. Smyrnov with 0.4 of a second advantage over Israel Oliver.
Yeah, Viktor Smyrnov there, tightly better stop, and now Israel Oliver with that longer glide, starting to come back there. They'll be able to sense each other because breaststroke moves a lot of water, but obviously they can't see each other, so it really is now who can keep that direction, who can avoid getting tangled into the wall, and this is a really exciting final 15 metres.
Well, Viktor Smyrnov and Israel Oliver, they're right up alongside the lane ropes on their right-hand side now, and Smyrnov has tried to hold up the challenge for Oliver. They're coming in together, and it's Smyrnov who takes it. It's 1:17.15 and 1:17.26. It was all on the finish. The bronze medal will go to Germany, to Weinberg, who swam a great race there. But it was, what a great finish there. Viktor Smyrnov will take the title from Israel Oliver.
Phenomenal swimming there. Smyrnov upgrading 2 previous bronze medals in this event to gold. Israel Oliver did point out that Smyrnov would be his biggest challenge, and I don't know if they're going to know how close that really was.
Well, look at Weinberg there on the left-hand side. Wow. He just crashes into that rope. He corrected his stroke there. And into the finish, Israel Oliver. Well, was he leading in there? Great stretch for Viktor Smyrnov. And you really couldn't separate them. 0.1 of a second between the two. How close was that at the finish? The tappers did their jobs. And, oh, Smyrnov just had the stretch.
Yeah, Smyrnov there finishing on a full stroke. Israel Oliver with a slight glide, and that's really all the difference. That's what it came down to.
Viktor Smyrnov wins the European title for Ukraine, just 0.1 of a second ahead of Spain's Israel Oliver. The young German Johannes Weinberg takes the bronze.